Hi, and welcome to my podcast series, Stories of Transformation. Today's guest is a force to be reckoned with. She's unstoppable and she's dedicated towards helping others find their purpose through her initiative Purposefully. Let us welcome Mitali Adhangle. Welcome, Mitali. So happy
Hi,
to have you.
Neeti. Same here, and I'm glad you took my name on point. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me here.
So great. I am so looking forward to this conversation. And you've had like a very, very interesting professional journey. You've tried a lot of things. So I'm very, very curious to know a little more about it. So would you like to run us through a brief of your professional journey?
I've been working for last 10 years, and professionally, I have been a banker, a hotelier, a makeup artist, and I have also had my own cloud kitchen for some time. So, kind of mix. I have had entrepreneurship and a corporate career. And while exploring all of this, I realized I need something more, and that has to be fulfilling. So that's how I started writing. So today I'm an author and I'm building my own community.
Amazing. So we will dive into it a little more later. I want to know more about Purposefully. But right now, I want to know a little more about which particular industry was like, do you have a bias? Do you have a favorite? Or everything gave you something?
With regards to the industry that I'd say, I have a little experience into network marketing, and that is the industry that has shaped me into the person that I'm today.
Yeah.
So I have learned a lot of things through experiences, and I've been through some boot camps and leadership summits where I have been trained to go through a situation and then use your brain live in the situation, and you come out of it how you are going to tackle uh, a situation that they create, but you have to use your own intellectual and come out of it, so you get your breakthroughs. And that is something that has stayed with me a lot, and based on the similar experience I intend to use the same learnings and breakthroughs in my community, where I want people to learn through their experiences, because I'm a kind of a learner. I will not remember things once it has been told to me, or maybe if I've read, but if I've been through it, and if I have got my takeaways through that particular experiment or a learning, it will stay with me lifelong. And those are the kind of learnings that you never forget, wherein you have been in that particular
I
situations.
get it. Yes.
So yeah, that's my that I have a kind of a biased attitude towards the industry. It's about network marketing. I am kind of positive about the industry because it gave me a lot. It gave
That's
me a different perception about myself.
That's actually refreshing to hear about network marketing. Also, I get the sense that you really enjoyed the learning experience, the top-notch training that you get over there. And you really thrived there because you invested in yourself. You were growing within through that experience. So I think that worked for you. And that's something that you are now working towards as well in your current initiative.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Also, with regards to my own self, okay, with regards to the mindset that we talk about, we generally talk a lot of things, but when it comes to execution, we don't really do it. And then you start seeing rejections, okay? So rejection comes in many different forms. And a lot of time we are the first person who rejects everything about ourselves. So if you go ahead and you want to take a chance on yourself, it will be like, okay, maybe not now, maybe tomorrow, or maybe day after. So it's a procrastination, but in a way you're rejecting your own idea.
You've hit the
So,
right nerve.
yeah,
That's bang on. We are the first ones to reject ourselves.
correct.
And learning to handle rejection is actually really important in anything we do. And starting from ourselves and then outside. So amazing. I love that concept. So, Mitali, I want to know a little bit more about how you got here. I'm sure you had your ups and downs. You don't change that many industries unless, you've gone through your personal upheaval. So I want to know what was it that really changed your life, really changed the direction for you?
So from beginning, I'd say from the childhood, I'd never really planned what I wanted to do. So I was open कि जो होगा देखा जाएगा यार क्या ही है, we'll figure out. But then there was a point where okay, I have to now work, I have to do something, and I got into banking. It was easy for me. But then the moment I started working, after a while, I realized, okay, this is not what I want. I want something more, something that excites me. So I kept exploring, and my whole idea was getting into hotel industry because I was so passionate about food, about cooking, about serving people. My agenda was to start my own restaurant. So that's how hospitality was something I wanted to be in, and I wanted to experience it live. And when I started working, I realized it's not easy. Though I made amazing contacts into hospitality, the people you get opportunities every single day. You meet people from across the globe. You get so many opportunities. But what I realized was when I planned of starting my own restaurant, the budget didn't be. I mean, the budget was an issue. I didn't know how I would do it, and luckily, I would say. I did not make a huge investment is because COVID hit.
Yeah. Okay.
And because of COVID, I had to go ahead. I had to start with a cloud kitchen, which felt like a safer
Yeah.
option. And but when I started working on the cloud kitchen, I realized, okay, this is not what I imagined. So I've kind of burned my fingers. I'd say I did put little bit of investment, and that also kind of did not give me the return that I wanted. And I always craved for a mentorship at that phase, in that phase कि कोई तो होगा कि जो सिखाने वाला कि मिताली ये कर ले, and then you will be sorted, you know how to go ahead with the businesses. And that is the kind of mentorship I kept craving for. And eventually I got it, but through different areas of my life. And today when I see myself, I'm like, okay, I don't want to run behind things that are not fulfilling. So I have more clarity of what I want. I want to give it back to the society, I want to give it back to the world. And I'm really good at it by helping people know what is best in them. So it's all about encouraging people to look at the positive and the possibility side. And this has come to me naturally, which I used to do like free में हमेशा से
Mm.
करते आ रही हूँ, बस पता ही नहीं कि ये talent है. And the worst thing is I didn't even know it can be profession. So there are so many speakers that we see today. They are the great leaders actually. If you see Thaddeus Lawrence, you'll see Mel Robbins. These are the kind of people who train you on field. And जो ये सिर्फ बातें नहीं करते, they lead by example. They are already doing it.
Yes.
So I'm really inspired by such people, and I want to work on the similar lines of giving back to the society. I mean that's my purpose. I want to make sure that जब जाऊँ इस दुनिया से ऐसा छाप छोड़ के जाऊँ, कुछ अच्छा करके जाऊँ. That's my motto
That's
for now.
so powerful. And I truly believe if your intention is right, if you come from the right place, you are going to get there no matter what. So that is actually a very, very powerful intention. So amazing. So, you know what? I was getting the feeling, your story reminded me of that movie Kick. If you remember, Salman Khan
I'm
की
not.
जो movie है, he kept changing yeah, Salman Khan. He kept changing professions. In every job, he's like, मुझे kick नहीं मिलती. Then he would leave the job. He'll try something else. मुझे kick नहीं मिल रही इसमें. And he would leave it. ऐसे 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 करके finally he found his purpose in some helping some kids who needed treatment, उनके लिए funds arrange करना, that kind of. So I'm so it gives me that feeling that you finally found that fulfillment in a bigger purpose, which is actually normally the case. And it's so great that you want others also to realize that along with your journey. So
Yes.
what would you say is your current most powerful mission that you're focusing on?
Right now, see. I've been into a network marketing industry, so it's kind of I've done kind of research on the ground. Okay, so I've met a lot of people, and everybody I met was of the vision कुछ तो करना है. पता नहीं क्या करना है, कुछ तो करना है, and they show up. But then the moment when there is a decision making day, they realize, okay, this is not what I want. Okay, this is not. So there's always, you try, you make a decision, but the moment you are supposed to take an action, people just back off. And why does this happen? It is because lack of clarity, not clarity, sorry, it's a lack of belief in their own self. And I have witnessed this. So I mean, it is there in every person. You will find it every day,
Yes.
and it shows up in small daily decision making ability also, कि कुछ करना है, कुछ decide कर लिया, okay, okay, बाद में, okay, नहीं,
Yeah.
not right now. So when right now the motto is to let people, if you've decided, if you want something, then we are going to get it.
Take
ओके,
action.
तो अगर डिसाइड कर लिया ना, हाँ, एक्शन प्लान बना लो फॉर द नेक्स्ट 30 days, दिस इज व्हाट यू वांट एंड वी वर्क टुवर्ड्स इट. And there's something that I've learned recently, and I'm actually implementing, is when you make a decision, announce it to a community or to your people within the circle, and you're together work, on your respective goals. But the energy, it kinds of shift, and you will always get that push, that what I'm also doing, you do it, I'm also doing, you do it. So that is the agenda, to create a space for people to work on their individual goals, but with a thought process कि ये मुझे करना ही है, it's non negotiable, and I will not deviate from the decision that I have made.
Completely agree. But one should be
And
fortunate enough to find the right community as well to have that
yeah, and
clarity.
what happens is we decide on something, and the moment you make a decision कि ये करना है, you will find some emergency that will show up.
Yeah.
अचानक
Yes.
से पर्सनल रिलेशनशिप कुछ हो जाएगा, फैमिली में कुछ हो जाएगा, कुछ अनवांटेड इसमें आपका इन्वॉल्वमेंट लगेगा, मतलब there
Yes.
will be situation
या
that
खुद ही
will.
self doubt आ जाएगा and at the slightest something happens, you will back out.
Exactly. And then you'll be, okay, I can hold my dreams, I can hold my goal for someday, I'll focus on this. But that is the whole point, that you know what, you prioritize your goals, rest everything will be taken care of. At times universe plays its part ki dekhna hai ki how non-negotiable it is for you. So it is going to create a situation for you, stating that let me see how you are going to focus on your goals, considering all these problems by your side, and building a community with people that we are in this together, and we are going to thrive together and achieve our goals together, is what the agenda. So that's what it is.
Amazing. So your focus is on community building and thriving together with that collective energy. That's very powerful. And so you've also written a book. I want to know more about what that talks about and how that's impacting people.
I've written two books. One is fiction, that is, like I said, With or Without You. It is on the similar lines of how you go ahead in life. No matter who stays with you, who doesn't stay with you, it's you and your decision, and that's in a story form. But when it comes to non-fiction, I've written purposefully. It's one of the best experiences that I have had so far, and I have whatever breakthroughs I have had in my last 10, 15 years of my professional career, and some experiences from my childhood, I have, I've made chapters out of it, and I've given a reflection activities for people. Because when I started working towards my goal, I realized the first thing was to heal yourself. The moment
Yes.
you heal yourself, the moment your trauma, anything, a lot of people are going through a lot of emotions, and for years nobody has talked about it. And those are the kind of energies also that is stopping you from achieving your goals. And this
Correct.
I learned very hard way. I remember I was made to sit in one of her lecture, just sit here, don't do anything, just शायद से free ticket मिल गया था, कुछ मिल गया था, मेरे को बिठा दिया था वो session में. And I was working on the business plan at that point. And while I was working on the business, I'm like, why do I have to attend this? And I'm like, okay, it's free, it's not costing me anything, I'll sit. And I remember attending Dr. Meghna Dikshit's program, and it kind of changed my entire perception about how I look at life, and especially how I look at myself, how I'm treating myself. And definitely, in a way, there were certain areas it got healed, I would say, and they were addressed in a way which I didn't know I had to address it. And the
Okay.
moment the healing procedure began for me, it kind of gave me more power to work on my goals and my vision, and a belief that what I'm going to do it no matter what. एंड क्या बोलते हैं ना, एक एम्प्टी मतलब एक कप में से वो नेगेटिव एनर्जी चली जाने के बाद देयर वाज लॉट ऑफ स्पेस फॉर मी टू गेट अ न्यू एनर्जी इनसाइड
Yes.
ऑफ बीइंग अ विजनरी पर्सन, ऑफ बीइंग अ ड्रिवन पर्सन, of standing for myself. So a lot of values also changed for me, where when it comes to ethics, when it comes to morals, I'm like, this is non-negotiable. If something is wrong, something is wrong. It has to be addressed no matter what. And I advocate, I'm sure you have a good number of people who are following you, because the kind of work that you do, it's so important to heal from within. And also, the moment you take that decision of healing, you will open so many opportunities and so many doors for yourself, you will not even realize. There's a lot of abundance coming from everywhere, slowly, but it will definitely come. I'm sure about that. I've experienced it.
Once you have aligned, once you find that
Yes.
alignment, तो ही abundance आता है. And also you've touched upon a
हाँ,
very,
but
very
वो मेंटेन
important.
भी करना है.
Exactly, maintain भी करना है. And one very
I'm lacking there.
important topic that you touched upon was कि after healing what? You have to fill it also. When you've let go, you've emptied that cup, but then you have to fill it with something worthwhile as well. वरना वो space तो lack कर जाएगा. So you have been filling it with, working on yourself constantly. That is very important to not just build up and maintain also. So
Yes. Also, I feel it is important to be around people who are ahead of you,
yes.
um, because it is obviously going to learn so much. But when it comes to healing and stuff like that, it is also, keep doing the क्या बोलते हैं, checkup kind of a thing. It's kind of your spiritual doctor जो भी रहेगा बंदा
Yeah.
जो
And
भी
your
आपको heal कर
standards
रहा है.
also kind of rise automatically because वो benchmark change हो जाता है.
Correct. Correct.
Amazing.
And I
So
didn't believe it, okay? Sorry to cut you. I didn't believe in all these things. But when I've experienced it and I myself sat with self-reflection activities before I start purposefully, I was like, मैं दूँ क्या लोगों को? अभी मैं क्या लिखूँ? I want to do something. But how? So I started writing, and when I wrote, I'm like, okay, I can give this, this, this. These are my breakthroughs. So yeah, we need to work on it.
and then you realize that, oh yes, I have so much to give. I have collected a lot of valuable experience. That is magical, actually. And the universe also co-creates, right? We are not doing it alone. The universe is speaking
Correct.
through us. That's the beauty of it. So, being an author is something that you resonate with, and that will be something that will continue no matter what you do. So, how have you planned to utilize it, and any future plans?
Yes, I have written kind of motivation. I've written kind of self-help. I want to explore two areas. One is suspense, mystery, and I also want to write something comedy. I want people to laugh. So definitely, I want to explore different genre, and through writings, of course, it gives you kind of an authority to, be somebody in the society who is actually writing facts and has that power. So with writing, I also want to build a community which I'm already working on, and it is with a vision that writing तो अभी थोड़ा क्या बोलते हैं ना, fun activity जैसा हो गया है. I can write book within a week also if I have everything in my mind. It's that easy for me.
Yeah.
Uh, but I also want to now entertain people. So writing will not just stick to writing books, but maybe I would want to go ahead and explore a screenplay or something like that. I'm trying,
Yeah.
not yet 100% sure, but there's so many stories I have.
Amazing.
So I'm
Yes.
trying my hands on it.
And why stop at one thing? Even I feel
Yeah.
that we should keep trying new things. Only when
Yes.
you try, you know whether it's for you or not, and you can have fun while trying it.
Yeah, and also not exactly screenplay, but I think I may want to do a storytelling kind of an activity through my writing skills, where I want people to just, because abhi reel ka zamana hai, you are on a like few seconds of scroll. So within short span, how do I deliver more is something I'm focusing on. I mean, as a fun act for now, but definitely I want to give a lot of messages to people, and that will be mostly on the grounds of, look at yourself and how what you're dealing, how you're handling your life, and what are the decisions making. So more on self-image, on self-belief, those activities.
So basically, the core intention remains the same,
The
and
same.
we
Yeah,
find
it will not
different
change.
ways to kind of impact people through different routes.
Because yeah, because I'll tell you honestly, if I can do it, anybody can do it, because I've been the most underconfident person in the room. I don't speak. I mean, I am an introvert person. I will not speak to anybody. I will not make any calls or the. I mean, if it is my profession, I will be the most extrovert person you'll meet. I'll make everybody comfortable with. But when it comes to personal life, I am a very different person. I will not want people to come and talk to me. I want to be alone. And I just want to tell all the introverts out there, you know what, just go ahead. There are a lot of people like us who are introvert, but in the outside world, they are still, making a mark. They are building something of their own and they can do it. बस
Absolutely.
एक chance ले लो खुद पे.
Agreed. Agreed. Introverts can actually pose as the best extroverts. They can be life of the party if they want, but they don't want to be. That's what I have experienced as well.
Yes.
So, okay. So, Vitali, the power of rituals, the practices that we do is really important to me. So, I like to understand what works for people. So, I want to know what is that powerful ritual or any practice that really works for you that helps you keep focus and, energize, align.
So, honestly speaking, I'm still working on those rituals part. I do have a certain morning ritual. I'll listen to one audio. It's a 30-minute audio which I'll make sure I listen every day. Then I write. It does not happen every day, but I try and write. What do you say? Gratitude. I write gratitude, or maybe I just scribble things just to keep that flow ongoing. But I'm very inconsistent person when it comes to rituals. But if I do it, okay, I have done that. So, but when I do it, all my day is like sorted. Morning mein, if I wake up, I do my morning rituals. I'll do my affirmations. I'll do my breathing workout, a little bit of yoga. If I do it, I've done that for some time when the phase of my life was really really bad, and that time it kept me going, it kept me aligned. But today, with me managing my work, so I work, I have a job, and everything that I build is after my 9 to 5, so it kind of it's still in the hustle culture.
Wow.
But morning rituals I will have to learn from you.
No, but
But
kudos to you. You've been managing so much
yeah.
along with a full-time job. That's no joke. So that's
Yes.
amazing. And still, you've been able to build so much. And no, we all learn from each other. And see, what is it really that works for us is to have an anchor. And
Yeah.
we all have certain anchors in place. No matter how deviated we get, how, off path we get, we usually come back. For example, when we have our community meets or we have our weekly calls with the community, that is kind of an anchor that brings us back to that collective energy. So you have practices in place that bring you back. So that's been working for you. And as I've learned from your experiences, you constantly work on yourself. That is something which always brings you back and energizes you more. So you do have your practices in place.
Yeah, also a lot of I have kind of awareness as well. If I'd like to share this with your audiences, if any time, because this has worked for me, somebody has put that in my head, that be aware what you're doing, and it's of more of start responding and not reacting. This is one of the thing that I implement when any situation comes. I think of it, okay, what I'm gonna do about it. Do I have to react or I have to respond? And I started responding to a lot of things, and this is one of my everyday ritual. I face so many. situations, especially in my office, and then I have to come back. I have to do my plate is full, and then
Mhm.
every day there's so many struggles, not struggles, but daily activity. कुछ काम नहीं हुआ, किसी का कुछ हुआ नहीं, and there's so many somebody removing their frustration. You come across these on a every day to day basis. So how do you react, or I mean, what do you do about the situations that you face on a daily basis? Are you reacting, or are you responding? And the moment you get that clarity, that small shift will make a lot of difference in the long run. So you don't have to waste your energy in reacting to somebody. तो वो भी थोड़ा आपका बच जाएगा, where you can use it for your own productivity.
True. And this attitude comes with practice only, I believe.
Yeah,
You have
I
to
do that a lot.
So, I would like to end on a note from you I want to have a small message to the listeners from you, something they can hold on to. If there's one thing you want to tell them, what would that be?
I think it is very important to take that 1% chance on yourself, because you never know how life will turn if you start believing in yourself. तो बस अगर decision ले लिया है तो 1% का भी आपके आप में अगर वो possibility है कि हाँ कुछ करना है, or I've meant for something more, please take that 1% chance and start taking actions.
Take a chance on you.
Take a
Absolutely.
chance on yourself. Take that
Because
1%
who
chance.
else would? You
Point
have
one works.
amazing. Amazing. Thank you for that message and thank you for so much energy and motivation from you. And all the
Thank you.
best for your future projects. Thank you so much for being here. It was lovely having you.
Thank you. Thank you, Neeti. Thank you for having me here. And also, I'd like to wish you the best for all the activities that you're doing, and also with the agenda of, helping people in their healing, and also with helping them gain abundance in their areas of life.
Thank you.
So kudos to you, and you're actually doing an amazing job. I'm already a fan of yours.
Thank you so much. And likewise.
Thank you.